And then I'm gonna record.
This meeting is being recorded.
Grand Rising, everybody. It is your boy ABK, and thank you for checking out another one of my intraday/day trade setups. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started. Right, I have my allergies. Woke up this morning, my allergies started messing up. So hey, it is what it is. But that ain't gonna stop the grind, right? So first and foremost, let's go into the 4-hour time frame and talk about EURUSD real quick. So from this high, like I had mentioned, from this low to this high, the retracement price is still, I don't know why this is up here. Price is still in our buy area, which I love to see. Let me put this over here. I'm gonna actually drag this a little bit away from price so that we can be able to see it better. Okay, so we have our buy box over here in our general area where we're looking for buys, and we're starting to see good candlesticks formations happening, right? I love seeing this bullish engulfing candle right here, although the wick to the upside was kind of discouraging. Price came back down, but then it came right back up to where I was. Basically, it came back up and it looks like it's about to come up and fill this wick on this 1-hour candle right here. On the 15-minute time frame, in my chat, I was saying that, okay, I don't like how this candlestick formation is happening right here, and that if price was going to keep going bullish, then it would go. But then price came into my buy box, rejected off of the 71%, went bullish. So that's good to have. That's good that happened. So now, what I really want to see is, well, I'm gonna be buying. I'm gonna be bullish on these crypto on the dollar right now. Honestly speaking, if price, I would have wished this happened like right now instead of 15 minutes ago. But I would have said, okay, let's go ahead and get into a buy at this 89.832 area overall. And let's start to look for bullish moves on the DXY, right? For the swings. That'll be just for the swings type of status. Where I'd probably say, okay, stop loss right there. Right under those lows, and for price to keep going bullish, right? For price to make a higher high, because that's what I'm expecting price to do in this swing area overall. But that's not what happened. Like I said, if price can come back down here overall, I'm still bullish on the DXY. This move that it made right here, stop loss would have been placed at break even if I would have taken it, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to be patient and wait for my 6 a.m. session. So let's go ahead and go over to arbitrage real quick, actually, before. Let me see what we have here. Let me see what we have here. Okay, well, never mind. There we go. For short-term buying based on the fib, on the if you could send that to me on Telegram, and then I'll be able to see it better. Arbitrage, we have the 30-minute time frame also calling for the buy right here. So that's another confirmation to tell you that you're good to go on the DXY being bullish. 1-hour time frame is setting up. It's not quite there yet. It still has to break out through. It has to break above this wick on the 1-hour time frame, but I do think that it will do so. So yes, like I mentioned, I'm going bullish. I'm buying on the USD pairs. So let's see. EURUSD, very similar. What I would say is right here at this 1.22254, that's where I was looking to get into my sell regardless. Now I know this isn't an intraday trade, this is more of a day trade because it could last anywhere between 2 to 3 days. And right now price is just 5 pips away from my entry, but I still do like this sell possibility, and it is in my sell box right here overall. And I'm gonna have my stop loss. I'm I'm gonna have a 45 pip stop loss. I think that's a good stop loss to have for this type of trade. And I'm just saying that if prices comes back, I'm already in this trade. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm already in at 1.22254. That's where I got in at. Like I got in right before, well not right before, but I got in when I was getting in on this session. I was like, okay, price is here. This is where I was looking for it to come down regardless. Now I want it to push to the downside. Let's see how this goes. Like I said, I like how the candlesticks are showing. My take profit is at 1.20828. And going to the 1 hour time frame. The 50 EMA is right here. It's pulling up, but again, I do have pretty good faith that price is going to end up dropping to the downside. 15-minute time frame, like I had mentioned on my channel. So that price, this bearish engulfing, retraced. I didn't like the morning star that I was seeing, but then likewise we have like an evening star over here that happens. So I'm like, okay, this could be where the move happens, which it did. So again, I'm very much bearish on EURUSD, and I want this thing to fall. Go over to arbitrage real quick before I go over here. 30-minute time frame, likewise, it is calling for the sell. This is also what I was seeing, that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and wait before I get into the sell. This is exactly what I saw. I was like, okay, no, let's wait. I'll go ahead and wait until this looks better before I'll give everybody the sell opportunity, right? 1 hour time frame, likewise, it is setting up on the 1 hour, but it has to break through this wick before it can do that, but I think it's gonna happen. So arbitrage users, you can have that alert set. I'm not setting my alert because again, I'm already in the trade. I'll just be looking over here to see if I'll just be looking on my trade and seeing if it's playing out or not. 4 hour time frame, it is still technically bearish. I like how it's still at this upper danger zone right here. That's a good sign for me for price to continue going bearish. I like that a lot. So yeah, I like the sells on EURUSD right now, guys. This is the play. Be patient, and that's what we did. And now we got one trade that looks good. All right, AUDUSD. So yesterday I had adjusted my fibs on AUDUSD because at first I think I had the fibs placed like this, and when price got over here, I was like, this doesn't look that correct to me for price to jump off from right here. All I can see is price eyeing over here at these previous highs for it to go and grab liquidity, which it really did, and then push down. That's the reason why I had adjusted my fibs like this yesterday on my channel. And so like I thought price was gonna do, and it did, pushed up, it retraced, and then it came right back up. This would have been a perfect opportunity to get in, but I didn't see it. And then price pushed down, you know, and so I'm still expecting this to continue to the downside. I am still bearish on AUDUSD overall. I was saying that it looked better than EURUSD, but again, this actually kind of looks how EURUSD did look like, honestly. And so yeah, I want to see this push to the downside, and if it doesn't, then that's tough. Let me go ahead and put that away. Arbitrage, 4 hour time frame, the sell's been called, had wicks to the upside. Those candlesticks are definitely telling me that AUDUSD might be pushing to the downside, but we have to wait and see, right? Railroad tracks, basically. Like these candlesticks right here just telling me that price wants to fall. So I personally like to sell. I'm not gonna take this. Arbitrage users though, if you would like to look for that sell on arbitrage, then absolutely. But yeah, AUDUSD to the downside. And then retracement continuation. That's what I'm looking for overall. Let's go over to USDCHF. I am low-key hurt because my entry barely missed at 0.89750. It barely missed by How many pips? By 3.3 pips. That's tough. But what I would say is this is probably what ended up happening. So from this low to this high, look where price landed at on the fips. And my 71% left the wick and started pushing to the upside. So that's probably what happened. I'm just gonna say that's probably what happened. And I wanted more of this than anything. So this is still a possibility. It happened. Price pushing down to 0.89752, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Going over to arbitrage, 1 hour time frame. It's crossed over. It's about to call for a buy. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry. So, arbitrage crossed over, is about to call for a buy, but the 1 hour doesn't look that great to me, so the 1 hour time frame isn't for me. 4 hour time frame, this had played out. Retracement continuation. Daily time frame is still very much bearish, so let me see what the 2 hour looks like. Yeah, the 2 hour don't look that great either. So overall, I'm still bullish on USDCHF. Arbitrage doesn't look that great to me, but I'm still low-key hurt that my entry didn't get hit. All right. I'm kind of confused on the VIX for the US indices, because this is going bullish while the US indices are going bullish. So I'm kind of confused by that, but whatever. S&P played out perfectly rather than the other US indices. Price pushed down, came to my fib zone. You see the candlestick patterns, bearish candle, doji candle, bullish engulfing. You could have entered right here. Price continued to the upside. You could have, or you could have just got in right here, wherever. It's just, that's how you just gotta look at the market. The candlesticks will tell you what the market's gonna probably do more times than not. So, yeah, S&P making higher highs, and once it comes probably up here, it's probably just gonna keep going to the upside. So there's S&P, like I had mentioned, playing out nicely. Dow Jones, it didn't make its way down all the way. And what could have possibly happened was it could have been from this low to this high, and it still wouldn't have made it. So, US 30 is just a miss. But it as well is looking like it's going to make higher highs. NASDAQ, I don't know what NASDAQ is doing. It's just consolidating. Hasn't done really much of anything. It's doing its own thing. So, gonna leave this alone. But I think it's going to probably end up going bullish as well later on today. If you want, you can place a buy stop right here, but I'm not going to play that move. So let's go ahead and go over to tacos. Okay, so I wanted this bullish move to happen on USD Mexican, and it kind of did, but just not as much as I wanted it to. It did it right here. And from just high to this low, I do like where price is at for tacos. So if you're looking for buys, you can go ahead and take it. I'm not going to get into this trade because I have my eyes set on EURUSD more than tacos. But I'm not saying, I'm not saying that this is a bad trade though. All I can say though is that the possibility of price coming down to this zone right here, and then just grabbing liquidity down here, it does exist. So you just got to be careful with that on USD Mexican pesos. But I do like the sell. In fact, just put it to like down over here. Why not? The risk reward is still like 1 to 2.77. So I like that trade idea. Let me see what the 15-minute looks like. Yeah, the 15-minute. This would have been. It would have been the same entry as with like EURUSD or something like that. So from this low, price pushed to the upside, retraced. You would have got in right here, and then continuation. So yeah, I like this trade. I like this to possibly continue going bullish. Honestly, it's just USD Mexican just looks kind of choppy. But overall, it's still at the zone that I've been still looking for to go bullish at, and it's holding, and I have a good feeling that the DXY, as long as it does what it's supposed to do, is going to go bullish as well. So there is tacos. Mr. Gold, all right, was talking to a group of gentle folks about gold. And so this is why I think the possibility of gold can happen. So I did, first of all, I'm going to show you guys what this buy box down here is for later. But just to talk about gold right here, price made this push to the upside. It's not an impulsive buy by any means, but it was bullish. And then price has made this retracement. I saw this wick. I saw price make this wick, push to the downside, and I was like, okay. After that, and I saw this bullish candle, I thought gold was going to take off. But then it retraced. This is exactly why I say sometimes candlestick patterns can lie to you. And then price came back down, and that's it happens, right? Totally fine. Still in this buy box though, it's still a possibility for gold to push to the upside to 1925. However, this is not where I would get in for a buy, right? That's not where I would get in. I just want to say that exists, and I will bring that back to the charts later. This is where I probably will get into the buy, because going on to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that price made this where's my volume? We can see that price made this attempt to drop low and breaking these lows, but this was just a stop hunt. Like, oh, this is where people were buying. Oh, it stop hunted, making people think it's going to sell, came back up and then pushed to the upside. That is a big sign to me that tells me that price probably is going to keep pushing to the upside. And so I wanted this retracement from this low of 1882 to the high of like 1916. Yeah, 1916. And price to come into this buy box, right? 1892 would be my entry for a potential buy, and then I'll take price continuing to the upside. So this is more of what I would want to see on gold if I were to get into anything. So yeah, that's basically what I have to say. But the possibility of price definitely going bullish from where it's at right now, it exists. I just don't care for it, but it exists. So yeah, that's with gold. I would rather see 1892 get hit rather than try to buy over here, because I don't know, that's just me. That's just my personal trading. So I'm gonna set an alert here, and if that gets hit, then I'll make that decision if I want to look to buy gold, or if I'm still gonna be holding my bias that on the 4 hour time frame. Let me get rid of all this. I have a feeling that price is just gonna push to the upside, act like it's gonna clear out these highs. Let me put this supply over here. That price is just gonna come up to the supply zone, grab some liquidity, push to the downside, retest, and continue to the downside. That's what I think that gold is probably going to end up doing, personally. I don't think that it's going to just chill right where it's at, these resistance right here. No, I don't think so. So that's with gold. long-term move. It's a long ways to go regardless. So let's go to the cryptos. So I had mentioned in my chat that I think that the possibility that the cryptos can fall here, it exists, because from this high, I don't want to say it's from this high because this had already made the retracement. So from this high to this low, price, it came to this 61.8 Fibonacci and rejected off of it pretty hard with not that much volume. And the biggest volume was off of this bearish candle. So I'm kind of interested to see what Bitcoin's going to do. I still want to see, like Peyton said, he still wants to see that accumulation happen. Although this could be, sorry, I'm just really, I can't breathe that well through my nose. But this could really be one of those Wyckoff accumulation patterns where price doesn't make that test all the way down here. It could definitely be that, but this is still what I would want to see overall, more than just trying to buy prices over here, or for price to even come down to the likes of 21,000. You know, like, price is already this low. Why not get better pricing, or why not wait for possible better pricing before going to the upside? I don't think that Bitcoin is just going to stop right here and then go bullish. That's just my opinion, though. But, you know, the consolidation that I was saying that, I want to see consolidation down here for a while, it is definitely here. This monthly candle, it's finally closed, and it's not a good looking monthly candle, like I mentioned on Sunday. Sorry, I couldn't think. So I'm just really watching what the cryptos are going to do at this point. I'm more bearish on them than I am bullish, but the bulls can definitely come in at any given time, because again, and in fact, let's go ahead and take a look at, let me go ahead and see that if I can find it. There you go. Wyckoff schematics. That's distributions. I meant to say accumulation. Okay, is this the one that I wanted? Yeah, so this is the one that I generally am looking for, where price, this is where I'm thinking that price might have did second ARB, where it came in. I wanted to come and make this spring before it comes up and make this test to push to the upside. This is what I'm looking for generally on the Wyckoff, and that's the same thing I'm pretty sure Peyton is looking for. But what could definitely be the case is, where's number 2? There you are. Is we have number 2 where it doesn't give you that spring down here, and it just consolidates and then continues to the upside. This could be what Bitcoin is doing currently right now, which if it is, it's not bad either, but I would rather want the previous example. So look at this and then look at Bitcoin. Sorry, look at this and Bitcoin. Do they not look the same? If you were to take a guess, where is Bitcoin at right now? Probably around either A, right around this area, or B, LPS. If we were looking at this accumulation schematic. So that's just with Bitcoin. And then we still have, let's go to the fear index. Man, 20. So it is still extreme fear in the market. This is where big term investors, or like the real big dogs, the real smart money, this is where they're looking to really accumulate money when fear is this low. So I love seeing fear this low for a possible bullish run, but we don't want to. I don't. Like I said, I'd rather price come down. Let me go back to full screen mode. I'd rather still price come back down, push to the downside, and then continue up. That would be more fire for me personally, rather than just price taking off from here. Let's look at arbitrage for our Bitcoin. 1 hour time frame called for the buy. It might be calling for a sell shortly, who knows. But the 4 hour sell is still valid. Its price is still holding at this RSI line, so I'm still being patient, and I'm still, like I said, until this really calls for a buy, I think I'm gonna still be quite bearish on the cryptos. Daily time frame for sure is definitely bearish, so anything over 4 hours is just bearish. It's going over to Ripple. Same thing, guys. From this high to this low, this is the retracement that price has made, and it's been respecting this sell box. It even came up to the 71% and then rejected off of it. Right now it's at the 61.8. So possibly this could be dropping. Like, if you want to margin sell this and take that risk, by all means, but just make sure that your broker's contract size is small, because 2,479 pips is not any small thing. But you can definitely take this opportunity, because again, I like the idea of price still pushing to the downside for that accumulation, for possible, like, that would be amazing, you know? That'd be like, oh, it gave you guys all this time to be able to catch up funds to try to get it to the cryptos. We get one more chance, and possibly even the chances of 54 cents getting hit and then price taking off. So that's what I would love to see. Again, if you would like to margin trade this, you can. Just make sure that you're using good risk management. I'm not going to. And let's go ahead and look at arbitrage. 4 hour time frame called for the buy, but the bands, the way how they look, it's not for me. I don't like the way how the bands look right there. 1 hour time frame could be setting up for a sell, but it's a little too early to tell. If price goes anything above $1.33, I would just say, you know what, I'm out. If you're trying to sell it or anything like that. Daily time frame still very much bearish, and weekly time frame still bullish. So hey, like I said, these cryptos, I'm not really looking to trade them at this point. Same thing with Litecoin. Price pushed up from this high that it had made after this drop, because I could say, let me take this off real quick. I could say that from this drop, from this high to price coming up to this low, price came to the 61.8 and rejected off of it. Not that bad. Not that terribly even. Wait, hold on. There you go. That's much better. Came up, retraced, and hey, it could still fall from right here, literally. So that's one thing that I saw on Litecoin. And another thing, from just this recent swing, or it's not even a swing, if you will, but from this recent bearish push to the downside to the upside, it came to the 71%, rejected off of it. Like, it could go bearish, but you know, like I said, don't really want to margin trade it. I'm just keeping my eyes on it for good possibilities of buying it. And you know, okay, same thing here. The bands on the 4 hour, they contracted, so it has to make a move here sometime. It's gonna either push to the upside, which I don't want to see quite yet. I want to see it dive down, then push to the upside. And same thing with Ethereum. Bands contracted, don't want to trade off of the 4 hour right now. And price is still in this sell area from this recent high to this low, the retracement. Looks good for possible sell opportunities. It is in a bearish market, so let's see what the cryptos have in store for us. Alright, GBP pairs. Overall, guys, I'm not really trying to trade any of these like that much. I'm not trying to trade the GBP pairs. I like this bearish push to the downside. If anything, if I were to try to do anything right now, it's just leave it alone, honestly. I really don't care for how this looks. Price could literally take off anywhere from right here right now. So it's just, market is, the GBPUSD is extremely bullish. Oh good, cause I'm almost done. GBPUSD is extremely bullish. It made this drop on London session, but that doesn't mean that this is gonna go bearish. And even with the DXY possibly reversing, that doesn't mean that this is gonna go bearish. So I'm not gonna play this because I'm not gonna buy GU at this high, but this is what I would play if anything, guys. And again, I'm not feeling it. I just can't trade this. It's just making higher highs and stuff like that. Even arbitrage, look, I can't play this off of the 1 hour. 30-minute time frame called for it. No, I can't play this. So yeah, GU, I'm gonna have to just keep it in the back burner for a minute. This is what I see possibly playing out. Price pushing down, continuing to the upside. The volume was very high. So what I would love to really see for a bearish push, this is what's probably what I think is going to happen, but what I would want to see happen personally is for GU to climb back up. Let me get rid of this. It's for GU to climb back up to like 1.42246 and then make that push to the downside. I personally would love that. I might play that more than the buy, because that's what I would love to see. But overall, it's really bullish, and I would be foolish to try to sell it in this bullish market. GA is just really, man. GA is just interesting to me because overall I'm seeing this bullish run happening. And when I go into the daily time frame, I see that it's broken through this fake ass downtrend line because it's fake to me. Because it's only been like touched twice. I don't consider that a real trend line really. But it's bullish overall, and it's been holding at this support. So I'm just don't really want to trade this either, because price could just literally bounce off from here and continue going to the upside, or price could literally come down to like the likes of down here. I still want to see 1.82397 low key, and then continue going to the upside. I'm just gonna leave GA alone. It's not for me. I do like this bearish engulfing candle, but again, I'm just leaving GA alone. It's not for me personally. GBPJPY, yeah, same thing, guys. It made this ridiculously bullish move, and now it's just consolidating. I can't say in good conscience to try to sell this because it's just extremely bullish. And the only thing I could really do at this point is wait for price to come back down to continue to the upside. There's no point in looking at arbitrage, because on the lower time frames, 30-minute, yeah, it's going for a sell. 1 hour, it's all wonky looking, and 4 hour bullish. So again, no reason to look at arbitrage like that for GJs or for the GBPs just in general. I'm just not going to trade them. And EURGBP, hey, this sell might actually be playing out for you, Peyton. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was looking for something like this. Not sure if it's from that high, but he was looking for a potential sell on EG when price comes back up here. Which isn't terrible, because again, I still think that this is gonna, if GBPUSD, GJ, and GA are gonna go bullish, then I think EG. Sorry. I think that EG is gonna go bearish. So yeah, that's just honestly what I have. This bear volume picked up on this candle. Yep. Expected that from London session. 0.86439. I'll be watching that price. I'll be watching this pricing and see what price does over here. If it gives me some type of like confirmations telling me that it's gonna sell, I'll take it. So let's see what we have for EG. Any other questions? And I am sorry for those on YouTube, because I did not even take a look at, I really did not even take a look at anything on the chats on YouTube. And Jonathan, let me look at what you were telling me about what Bitcoin. Nice. Okay, nice. Hey, that's solid, man. That's solid. Good stuff. So if there's nothing else, guys, then I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Thank you for checking out my analysis. Let me just go on YouTube real quick and make sure that nobody sent me a message on here. Nope, sounds good. All right. Well then, you guys have a good one, and let's make some money out here. Later.